And we begin with the Environmental Protection Agency, which is facing a crisis, and only the workers there seem to give a damn about it. The AFGE, the union representing about 14,000 employees at the agency, is agitating this week for more funding to better support current staff and hire new workers. There are roughly the same amount of people working at the EPA as did during Ronald Reagan's administration. And the union says the agency will need to increase its staffing levels by 40% or add 6,000 new workers just to keep up with its current workload and be ready for an expanded mission to help tackle climate change. New measures passed out of Congress, including the Inflation Reduction Act, give the EPA more responsibilities, but with still limited resources. The Trump administration and the pandemic was a real double whammy for the EPA. Hundreds of staff quit in protest as President Trump rolled back decades of environmental regulatory work. And the pandemic hobbled the EPA's ability to do on site inspections of big polluters. As a result, AFGE noted that enforcement actions are at historic lows. Civil cases brought against polluters last year hit its lowest point in 20 years, with only 72 such actions. Even during the Trump administration, there were on average 94 cases brought against polluters annually, and under Obama, that number was more than 200. So there's been a huge drop off here at a time when the agency actually needs to be more aggressive to keep the planet habitable. The union is now calling on Congress to do a number of things to address EPA's staffing crisis. They include pass an appropriation to promote and better compensate experienced staff at the EPA, improve oversight at the agency to ensure it is meeting hiring goals, including offering better wages to new hires, and push the agency to give employees greater flexibility with remote work policies. Now, the EPA, of course, isn't the only government agency facing a staffing crisis. The union representing workers at the National Labor Relations Board has also been warning that a lack of funding and manpower is crippling its mission to protect workers' rights to organize and punish union busters. This is all by design. It's the culmination of decades of neoliberal policies pushed by both major political parties aimed at hollowing out the federal government and weakening its power to restrain capital. When Ronald Reagan said the 11 scariest words in the English language are, I am from the government and I am here to help, this is the endgame he had in mind. Same as when right wing anti tax advocate Grover Norquist talks about shrinking the government so that you can drown it in a bathtub. This is what he's talking about. And when Bill Clinton said nearly 30 years ago that the era of big government is over, he didn't tell us that it would be replaced by big pollution and big union busting.